Like a month ago, I used my very first foldable, and in that video I basically said I thought I wasn't going to like it, but then I ended up liking it. But that was a book style foldable. This is different. So here's my review of the Galaxy Z Flip 5 as a first time flip user. Book-style foldables fold and unfold horizontally. Because of that, they look like a tablet when unfolded and then a phone when folded. Flips, on the other hand, fold vertically. So when unfolded, it looks like a regular phone, but then looks like a mini phone when folded. The major implication of this folding technique is size. When I was dialing the V Fold, it felt very weird bringing that phone out in public, simply because it was just too big. Every time I brought it out, it brought everyone's attention to me, and I don't like attention. Yes, still, I know, even with this, people's attention would still be grabbed. I mean, the phone folds and unfolds. But because of its smaller size, someone has to be really close to you to notice it. So yes, I really like its size. It can fit almost everywhere. Also, with this form factor, you get some pretty interesting camera tricks, like using the main camera as your selfie camera, or the cover screen preview feature, which lets people you're taking pictures of see themselves in real time. That's kind of typical with almost every foldable. But with the Flip 5, because of now the bigger screen, it's an even better feature. The most useful to me was using this phone in tripod mode. I don't know if that's actual Samsung lingo, but I'm saying it anyway. Essentially, because of its form factor and the very good hinge, you can place this phone anywhere, tilt it, and use it to take pictures and videos. There was this one particular time I needed to take a picture of me and someone else. I didn't have a tripod, but because of the Flip, I could just place it and we took the picture. Cool. It's priced as a flagship, and it does come with flagship specs too. We have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, 8GB of RAM, and up to half a terabyte of storage. So you can expect top-notch performance from this guy. You can do all the multitasking that you want, and it would handle it like a champ. You can play games at the best of settings. You get the point. It's a flagship. The displays are also pretty solid. The inner display is a 120Hz 1080p AMOLED panel, while the outer display is a 720p 60Hz Super AMOLED display. One of the major changes this year is with the cover display. It's now bigger at 3.4 inches, and although it's a 60Hz and 720p display, for what you're going to be doing on the cover screen, I think it's pretty fine. Like, I personally didn't feel like it was low quality. Still, on that cover screen, there are about 12 widgets you can play around with and a couple other apps you can open on it. But I found myself really just checking the time, checking notifications, and taking pictures. I can see how people could use the alarm widget or the timer widget, but yeah, I didn't really use the widgets as much. For the cameras, we have a 12MP main and a 12MP ultra-wide camera. There's also a 10MP selfie camera on the inside display, but I don't think you'd be needing to use that. Looking at the shots you get out of the camera, it's what you would expect from a Samsung flagship. Photos are sharp, very vibrant, skies are blue, HDR is on point, and overall, pictures look very nice. It's a bit exaggerated sometimes, and I found out that a lot of people like that Samsung look. Like, I went for an event a couple days ago, and kid you not, every single time we wanted to take a picture, everyone wanted to use this because they really liked it. And the best part is that you can get this same quality with your selfies too. Perks of being a foldable. For video, it goes as high as 4K 60 on the main camera and 4K 30 on both the main camera and ultra wide. Here are some samples of the video quality. Do let me know what you think down in the comments. The battery is kind of small. It's a 3700 mAh cell, and combined with a power-hungry chipset like the 8 Gen 2, the battery life isn't amazing. If this is your main phone and it's a heavy day, you're going to have to charge this twice. But if you're using this as like a secondary device, then this can last you for an entire day and then some. It does support 25 watts of fast charging, so you can at least juice it up in about an hour. Overall, it's a pretty decent package. Premium on the outside and premium on the inside. My only concern with not just the Flip 5, but every single foldable is durability. Like, you have to be careful with every single phone, because phones these days are made of glass and, breakable materials. But with a foldable, with moving parts, you have to be even more careful. For example, the Flip 5 comes with an IPX8 rating. That's for water resistance, not dust. And there's a reason for that. It's simply because things like dust, sand, debris, if they get into the hinge, they could damage the inner display. With a regular phone, you can take it to the beach, play with it in the sand, maybe get some sand over it, and it will be fine. But you can't really risk that with a foldable. So again, with a foldable, you kind of have to be extra careful. But the thing is, most people buying foldables know this already. They know the risk involved with this form factor, but the ability to fold and unfold seems to outweigh that. I personally would get this as like a secondary device because I really like it. It can do things that my regular phone can't. And Samsung did the right thing by taking the already good Flip 4 and adding two things that people wanted to see: the bigger cover screen and a gapless hinge. And so again, just like with my first fold experience, I'm really pleased with my first flip experience. But I'm curious to know, what do you guys think about the Z Flip 5 or foldables in general? Are you planning to get one? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you when you see me.